So I'm really happy to be here and talking about an important project that everybody is really interested in is building resiliency in lowland ash forests. And so the next couple of slides, I'm going to build up to the project that I'm currently working on. So I'm going to just whip through these slides because I only have 5 minutes. So black ash is very important to us, but I want to give you a little background on the status in Wisconsin, the loss of this ecological function that we have, the changes in the ecosystem, and how to build that resiliency with this project. So the status of black ash in Wisconsin, we have less ash than Minnesota, about 700,000 acres, 10% of our forests across the state are in black ash. But Minnesota has way more ash, I think over 1 million acres of black ash. Were these sites always black ash? No. We overlaid pre-settlement data over the current black ash stands, and some of these stands were actually cedar, hemlock, and yellow birch. So that gives us the clue that perhaps we can diversify some of these sites with planting. So we know that black ash in Wisconsin is quite diverse because it grows, it exists on headwater wetlands, large complexes, drainways, along streams. But we know that there's a status of threats coming down the pike, the green menace coming from the south and on the sides of us as well. There's changing climate that is definitely going to affect the hydrology. It's going to affect the structure of these stands and regeneration. So there is a lot of important features to think about when we're looking at black ash. But we also have existing research. I don't mind working in black ash. I don't mind my feet being wet and swatting mosquitoes. So we've been looking at black ash for quite a while now, and so has Minnesota and Michigan. Here we have pictures of Brian Gaelick's study as well as Tony Donato. It's over on the Leech Lake Reservation, I believe, where they're doing underplanting studies as well and looking at the hydrology of these stands and other components to try to make these maintain these forests as forests. In Wisconsin, we've been looking at very similar studies. We've been doing a lot of silviculture trials to figure out how these sites respond. And here's a site over near Hayward, Wisconsin, where we've planted a wide variety of species on a black ash site. And over the 10 years, you can see how this site responded. White pine, tamarack, and black spruce are the winners here on this site. And it used to be black ash. So I'm leading up to my project here. So in July, I was awarded money from Great Lakes Restoration Initiative. And here, the study is going to focus on, over the next 5 years, how to prepare these areas of black ash and experiment with different species by direct seeding and also seedling planting. So first of all, we're collecting baseline data of these sites. We do have a very strong wetland habitat type classification in Wisconsin, and we can understand these sites a little bit better. We have at least 5 to 6 different black ash sites based on the components that they have at these sites. Right now, we're developing a planting plan. And as you can see, we have some sites that we're going to be direct seeding, and I'm actually doing that right now because our seed needs to be stratified. So these are the species that we're planting at the sites and what we're doing with direct seeding, and then we're going to try balsam poplars cuttings as well. We're going to try to provide for success, addressing competing vegetation, of course our hoofed ungulates there, the deer, and then also try girdling some gaps. We're going to monitor these sites, provide for success in those seedlings that are germinating, and then eventually we're going to develop guidance. We have existing tools such as the EAV guidelines, the Lowland ash checklist. We have a replacement species checklist right now, but we'd like to make these sites demonstration sites so we can, share what we've learned over the next 5 years. So with that, 1 second. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.